Hey YouTube, this is Judalon, and this is my 10-gallon tetra tank. I also have some cories in here, and so I'm swimming. Got my snail. Got an emerald cory, which is hiding. I've also got 4 ghost shrimp. You won't be able to see them because they're very, very hard to find because they're clear. This plant here is some species of rotala. I'm not sure. When I first purchased this plant, the leaves were much more round, but once it's submerged in the aquarium, you can see they grow a lot more spiky. And the camera's not picking it up that well. Maybe you could tell on this leaf a little bit. And since it's folded up, the tips turn pink. I'm not sure if it's because of lighting or because of fertilizer, but that's what it tends to do. And it's perfectly normal for it to fold up at night. These plants can be grown fully submerged or immersed, like in a bog or whatever. And a lot of terrestrial plants do tend to fold their leaves at night to conserve water, to stop them from drying out at night. And these plants exhibit the same behavior submerged, which is perfectly normal. And you can see my tetras swimming back there. I've got 6 of them all together. And, whoop, darn it, there he is. There's 2 spotted cories back there. I'm not sure if they're going to mate or not. They've been chasing each other around like this. It'd be really cool to have some baby cories. This plant right here, oops, this one, this is pennywort. I think it's golden pennywort, I'm not sure. I've got 3 swords. Oh, there was a ghost shrimp, but I scared it, whatever. There is 1, 2, I have 3 swords. I have a bunch of java fern. This is not planted into the substrate. You don't want to plant java fern into the substrate. I have this threaded and it's just hanging free. If you plant the roots or the fat, fleshy part, it'll rot. The same thing with the nubius. I have this tied to a log with other java fern little plantlets. This is moneywort. And I have some water wisteria. This I got from a friend. It's newly planted. This is my other sword, I believe. I don't know why it's... Nope, that's part of the... I don't know if you can see it. It's not coming in really clearly. But I also have some back here, this one. Can't really see it. But again, just like the rotala, it looks different when it's grown submerged versus not submerged. And you can see some tetra swimming around. There's one of the ghost shrimp. I know my camera's crappy, but I'm pretty sure you can see that. Tetras tend to be pretty skittish. When I feed them, they never feed from the top. So what I do is I'll crush up their food and I'll sprinkle it. And what they do is they'll eat whatever is sinking down. They very rarely ever come to the top, and they also pick off the substrate. Either way, they're eating, so it's fine. I don't care how they eat, just as long as they eat. At first I was afraid they were going to starve, but after watching them, I see they do eat. Another thing about tetras, they tend to lose their coloring at night when they're resting. If you ever suddenly turn on the tank lights at night and you see that they're pale, that's perfectly normal. The substrate I'm using is fluoride capped with sand. The cories love the sand, so I keep the sand. My snail is back there. I don't know if you can see him. He was moving around. Yep, he's moving. The snail's pretty active. Another thing about tetras, it's recommended to keep them in groups of 6 or more, which I have done here. During the day, they tend to hang out together. At night, they tend to separate and find their own hiding spots. And my cories. I run an air stone in this tank simply because this water here is prone to getting cyanobacteria in it. And I find that the extra aeration helps keep it at bay. I also dose with hydrogen peroxide to keep the cyanobacteria down. So that's my 10-gallon Tetra tank. I'm pretty happy with it so far, and I can't wait for these plants to really start to take off. Alright, thanks for watching.